Welcome to Living in Delaware with Kmatic, your Delaware realtor. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of living and moving to Middletown, Delaware. Delaware is full of its own areas and sections and towns, and it's so important that you learn a little bit more about each one before making your move here to Delaware. I get calls, texts, and emails from people like you who are thinking about making that move to Delaware but want to know the ins and the outs before doing so. So contact me, Kmatic, to get started. So let's get into it. All right, guys, I have to admit, it's been a while since my last video. There has been so much going on this past year. We are still renovating this house. As you can see from my backsplash, this is not my regular office space. Our office is actually being used as our bedroom right now. So I'm actually going to have my own office soon once the bedroom and bathroom are done being renovated. So I am so excited for that. That's going to be my place where I do all my videos. We have offices all throughout the state in Newcastle County, Kent County, and Sussex County. So I'm kind of all over the place with my office, but having an at-home office, I'm so excited about. So stay tuned. You might notice a new background here in the next couple months. In this video, I really want to talk about the pros and cons of living in Middletown, Delaware. There's a lot to unpack here, so let's get into it. If you knew Middletown back in early 2000s, you probably wouldn't have recognized it today. So where is Middletown? So Middletown is located in southern Newcastle County, so right below the Delaware Canal. 40 to 50 minutes to Philadelphia, depending on traffic, and 25, 35 minutes to Wilmington, again, depending on traffic. In the early 2000s, it was much smaller population, more farmland, open space, limited shopping and dining, and more local residents. I would say people passed through it more so than moved to it. What used to feel like that quiet kind of small town stop has become one of the fastest growing towns in Delaware. Middletown is growing fast. And there is one new construction community that I am helping my wonderful clients purchase in and build new construction in, which is a shell community. It is one of the first almost beach-like resorts up here in Newcastle County, so I'm very excited about that. And I can go into more detail in another video about this community. It is going to be beautiful. Shell Brothers, you have rocked it with this one. They're in phase 2 right now. So again, contact me if you want more information on that community. So what has Middletown become today? Massive residential expansion, master plan communities, big retail growth, huge shopping centers, restaurants, gyms. So I notice a lot of people from our surrounding states in Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Jersey do find Middletown attractive because they can simply work in those states and commute here to Middletown. Some of those are first-time home buyers or second home buyers that just want simply new construction or a newer built home. Now that I talked a little bit about Middletown, where it's located and what it used to be in the past, let's talk about the pros and cons. Let's start with the pros. You are going to have newer built homes. Above the Delaware Canal in Newcastle County, you often are going to struggle with finding new construction home. I have a ton of buyers that reach out to me and they're like, hey, I want new construction. 1 year old, 2 years old, or brand new, I prefer. And I immediately say, let's start looking below the canal, because above the canal, it's going to be just hard to find. We're running out of land up here, and the older homes are great. They got great bones. So I'm not saying it's something that you shouldn't look into, but if you're looking for new construction, we want to look a little bit more southern Newcastle County or south into Kent County and Sussex County. Again, with new construction, you often get more space in the house. They're bigger homes, more square footage, and newer systems, new roof, new HVAC, new furnace. Can you complain? So that's definitely a pro. There's strong resale demand in Middletown. If you have your home sold right now, especially in the spring market, it's going to go fast. Typically, you're not going to have trouble selling in Middletown for a long time. I would say location. You get the new construction. You're also very close to major hospitals, Christiana, the airport, Philadelphia, or the Wilmington airport. You're also 25 minutes closer to our Delaware beaches and all the shopping and dining in Kent County. So you kind of are in a good spot where you can shop up north or in Middletown. There's a ton of that there, or go down south to that shopping and dining and activities. So location is great. You can hop on 95 very, very easily, 95 or Route 1. And with the new construction, again, the shopping and dining is all up to date. The Marshalls in Middletown, is chef's kiss. The one up here is lacking. It just is a little unorganized, and I just find the best stuff at the Middletown Marshalls. And I feel like that's all around. And that goes for everything in Middletown with shopping, like the Target, Marshalls, TJ Maxx. Everything is clean, organized. It's the small things. Typically, many homes in Middletown are going to be in the Appoquinimink School District, which is one of the high desirable school districts in Delaware. Being an Appo school district alone is great for resale reasons, and it's a lot of the times why people want to be in Middletown. If they have kids, they want to send their kids there and be in that school district. Now, this is more of my opinion, but I do think that Middletown is a little more slow-paced, and it is a little bit more quiet than up in northern Newcastle County. There's just a lot more population up in North Newcastle County, and you're right near Wilmington. It's just busier. People going up here for work, traveling 95. If you're living close to 95, you can sometimes hear the traffic. So the more south you go in Delaware, the quieter and a little bit more laid back it is. Okay, so not the most fun thing to talk about, but we do have to talk about the cons of Middletown, Delaware. So with growth comes traffic. So during rush hour, I would expect about 30 minutes, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. Add that to your commute time with rush hour traffic. If you're coming from north down south or vice versa, you most likely are going to have some rush hour traffic. In the past 10 to 15 years, of course, prices rise, and Middletown prices have risen. Our state, Delaware, overall, prices have continued to rise. So similar to the whole state, Middletown prices are also increasing year over year. Middletown is still car dependent. There's not much you can walk to. I wouldn't say it's a very walk-friendly town. With these newer construction homes, you're going to most likely fall into an HOA community. There's a lot of pros and cons in HOA communities. In my opinion, I think they are great, especially the ones in Middletown, because in some of these communities, you get a pool, a tennis court, sometimes you have a golf course your home backs up to, lawn maintenance, snow removal. And keep in mind too, when there's HOAs, that neighborhood is going to look pristine and it's going to look very attractive. Another huge perk to resale. In my opinion, the HOA fees are not too high. The con to HOAs is yes, they can increase over time. So there's a lot of HOAs, but some are really great communities. But if you're trying to avoid an HOA, maybe new construction neighborhoods aren't something we should focus on. So yes, some communities are still under construction. So with that is going to be a little bit of noise. So if you're in a new construction neighborhood, the other half or phase 2 or phase 3 might still be under construction. So you are going to have that construction noise going on for months ahead. Or another neighborhood right down the street is being built. So just some things to keep in mind. Of course, it'll all be worth it once the community is done, but it's something to consider when purchasing new construction. This is more opinion based, but I get this feedback from a lot of buyers is they simply want a home that has more character, and the homes up in northern Newcastle County are gonna have that. Of course, you can build new construction and design it to have more character, but a lot of the new construction homes, they lack stone, brick, just that old classic charm. Not as many mature trees and plants simply because it's newer. So that's something that a lot of people don't like. And is simply why they travel up north a little more to get that home that is older but has good bones and more character. If you're thinking about moving to Delaware and want to dive into which area is going to be best for you, contact me, Kmatic, your Delaware realtor. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video, and I'll see you on the next one.